It's because he's fast.
Used to be.
Wrong button.
Oh. Quarterback?
Accuracy.
Are you a receiver?
Okay, I don't want to interrupt your conversation, but it is 4:30. So
He wasn't.
We decided.
it's 4:30. Call this work session of the Greenville City Council to order, and we're going to go into executive session. We'll be back at 6 o'clock. Thank you for being here tonight. I'll call this regular session of the Greenville City Council to order. Let the record reflect it's about 6:05. I'd like to ask Councilman Kenneth Freeman to offer the invocation. Please stand and remove your hat.
Heavenly Father, we just come to you tonight thanking you for who you are and giving you all the praise, the glory, and the honor. Bless the city council that we make decisions that people have put us in this office, and that we make the right decision for everybody that we represent, and it's for everybody. And Lord, I just ask you to guide us and direct us in every decision we make, that we make it from our heart and not from our conscience. Guide us and do what is right, Lord. And bless those that come to the city council meeting. I pray that they get something out of the meeting that we both can gain from and learn from, and it'll be a benefit for everybody. Lord, I thank you, and I praise you, and I give you all the praise, the glory, and honor. This I pray in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Kenneth. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and please be seated.
What happened to?
They don't have nothing over here. Yeah.
Thank you. I have a proclamation for Greenville Electric Utility System. Are you going to come up and accept this? Yeah. Come on out. Good. Stand right here. So, this is for Greenville Electric Utility. Juice's 135th anniversary.
Took it all down for some reason.
Whereas in 1891, the city of Greenville established its own electric utility known today as Juice, making it the oldest municipally owned electric utility in Texas. And whereas for 135 years, Juice has proudly upheld the values of local control and community ownership, ensuring that decisions about power generation and service remain in the hands of Greenville citizens. Whereas Juice has continually produced local power since 1891, providing a reliable, resilient source of electricity designed to serve the needs of the community and with innovation and foresight. Whereas through its competitive rates, dependable service, and excellent local customer support, Juice continues to honor its founding mission of providing quality power at the best value for the people of Greenville, Texas. Whereas Juice stands as a proud symbol of the strength and independence of Greenville, proving that a community-owned utility can thrive and adapt through generations of growth and change. Now, therefore, I, the Mayor of Greenville, Texas, do hereby recognize and celebrate Juice's 135-year anniversary and commend its Board of Trustees, leadership, and employees for their outstanding commitment to service, innovation, and community excellence. So, thank you very much, and I need to sign this before you do. Would you like to say anything?
Thank you.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, okay. Let me sign this for you. And we had a little problem with our printer, and of course I don't have a pen.
You want a pen?
So anyway. Thank you. Thank you very much, and congratulations. You want your pen back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got extras.
Okay, here's a proclamation, and thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks
Really
for being here
appreciate it.
today.
Thank you.
What? Okay, okay. Oh, okay, I've got a copy. Okay, read it there. Okay, I got you, okay.
We got it.
Okay.
About 3 times.
Okay. We had a little problem with the printer tonight, so anyway. So this is a proclamation for Fair Housing Month, whereas the Title 8 of the Civil Rights Act of 1968 as amended prohibits discrimination in housing and declares it as a national policy to provide within constitutional limits for fair housing in the United States. And whereas the Fair Housing Act prohibits discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, handicap, familial status, and national origin. Whereas the principle of fair housing is not only national law and national policy, but a fundamental human concept and entitlement for all Americans. Whereas the National Fair Housing Law during the month of April provides an opportunity for all Americans to recognize that complete success is the goal of equal housing opportunity and can be accomplished with the help and cooperation of Americans. We now, therefore, the City Council of Greenville, Texas, provide April as the Fair Housing Month in the City of Greenville, Texas, and urge all citizens of this locality to become aware and support the Fair Housing Law. And I don't have anybody to present this to, so I read it, and thank you very much. Okay. And I'll call your attention to two placeholders in the agenda. Of course, you're familiar, most of you are familiar with them. Citizens to be heard and public testimony. Citizens are invited to address the council on items that are not already scheduled for public hearing or listed on the agenda. There are no public hearings tonight. Public testimony occurs when citizens are invited to address the council on topics already on the agenda, and tonight that starts with 7A ordinances. So if you'd like to address the council on any of these issues, please submit a citizen's comment card to the city secretary. Are there citizens tonight?
Yes. Betty Franklin.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, just for, just citizens to be heard, just under this part.
Thank you for being here tonight, Betty. Sure everybody knows you, but introduce yourself and give your address, if you would, please.
Betty Franklin, 1811 King Street. Just glad to be here tonight, able to walk without a cane or crutch. I'm glad of that. Just want to take a minute to thank the council and just thank you for your dedication, for your reinvestment in the community. I had the opportunity to attend the grand reopening of the Reese Davis Center, and it was really nice. I know the last time I was here, I had doubts, and I expressed my doubts because I thought Reese was going to be neglected, the center. But I want to thank you for your reinvestment. I also want to take this opportunity to say the commitment of the park and recreation staff. They really did a wonderful job, and we have rooms that we can rent out and activities for the teenagers. I think everything is really nice there, and thank you very much, and we intend to use it. Thank you.
Thank you, and I encourage all citizens, even if you don't play pool or whatever, basketball, whatever, get out and see that facility. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's something I think you'd be very impressed with. So. Okay, moving on to...
I do have one more.
Oh, you do have another citizen?
Just one more.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Joyce Dreiling.
Joyce Dreiling, 6404 Buena Vista Drive, Greenville, sorry. Not sure, there used to be a cone on O'Neill Street on the bridge. The cone has disappeared. The road is starting to fall into the creek. Don't know who's responsible. But with the new building on O'Neill Street or off O'Neill Street, whoever's doing the road, the new concrete road that goes up to Industrial, if there's heavy traffic, that road, that bridge may not be here in a year. Both sides have got a rail, but if the rail goes into the creek, we may have a bigger problem.
We'll ask the city manager to ask Public Works to get out and look at that. And thank you for the update.
Thank you.
Thank you for the update. Okay. Sorry. So there are no more citizens. Moving on to item 7A, consideration action on an ordinance authorizing an initial offer for acquisition by the City of Greenville approximately 17-acre tract to install public utilities and related raw water line and other public uses. Summer.
Thank you. So what this is this is a tract of land right off of Lee Street. If you'll see the map that you see up there, the top is Lee Street. So it's next to the property line is the red line, outlines it. So we think it's approximately 22 acres. We haven't had it surveyed yet. So if you guys do approve moving forward with this purchase, we'll get a survey get the approximate acres that we purchased. The landowner, we originally went to them for an easement purchase. So if you'll see down there, the double green line, that was the proposed for our dual line that's going to connect our north plant to the south plant. And that's all we were asking for, an easement. They asked if we would be interested in purchasing additional acreage. So I spoke with Lee Halenchak, who's our consultant that's working on the design of that line. And he said, yes, if, it would be beneficial, because if the double yellow line, if we had to have an alternative alignment for that pipe, which we did have to have alternative alignments due to the bridge, if you'll see the bridge up there at the top left, because there could be some old infrastructure there, which we ran into with the raw water line, we could possibly utilize that alternative route. Also spoke to Latora Anderson, who is our planner, who's working on the Trails Master Plan, and I spoke with Brett Quarles as well, and I said, would this be of any use, for any kind of park, trailhead, anything like that? And they said, yes, possibly. We're obviously in the midst of planning for a trails plan, so we would have the option to utilize this not just for utilities, but it could be used as a trailhead for any kind of trails that we do that connect to anything. So what we're asking you guys tonight is approve. We had it appraised. The appraisal report was in your packet. They're asking for, it's all floodplain. They're asking for $10,000 an acre, so you guys would authorize me as the city manager to enter into anything up to $170,000. So most likely that 17 acres is going to be less. We're thinking it's about 15.94, but without a survey, we don't know that for sure. But we'll go back with that offer, get it surveyed, go back with an offer, and then move on from there to purchase that land. The funds are available in the easement account for the raw water line. We are completely done with all the easements on the raw water line. The only easements we have left were Ridgecrest, which we have 6 total parcels left on that one. 3 parcels left on, Ridgecrest has 3 parcels. The dual line has 6 parcels, which 4 of those are one landowner, and then 1 parcel on industrial. So we're winding down for our easements, and thankfully you guys were able to allocate money over several budget years to put into that easement project, because we knew these kind of projects were coming up. So we have the funding in there. We have approximately a little over $344,000 in that account, so 170 of that would not, put us at any kind of deficit or anything. So we're just asking that you guys give me the authority to move forward with the purchase of this land.
We're giving you the authority to negotiate the price.
Correct.
Okay. And we're setting a ceiling on the maximum price.
Correct. Yep, 170,000 is what, if it's more than that, then I will have to come back to you guys.
Okay.
But if it's less than that, then I could make that,
And I think Daniel would like to comment on this. Is that right?
The comments I have are on 8A and B.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, yeah. Okay, any other questions from the council? If not, I'll just ask, is there any public testimony tonight? None at all, okay. Okay, so what is the pleasure of the council regarding this item 7A?
Move to approve. Second.
Please vote. And it passes unanimously. Now, item 8A, consideration action on a resolution authorizing an agreement with Davron for professional recruitment services for the city engineer position. Uriah.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This item is to authorize an agreement with Davron. Davron is an executive recruiting firm that specializes in engineering, architecture, manufacturing, and construction. As you know, our city engineer position has been difficult to find qualified candidates for and to keep them. So this firm has a database of over 40,000 candidates specific to the areas that we are looking for. We've already met with them and explained the specifics, the specific types of experience we really need in this position so that they're a good fit for Greenville. This agreement does not require us to pay any services until a candidate is selected. If we hire a candidate that they have sent our way, at that point, the agreement that we have selected is a one-time fee of 21% of whatever the salary is that we offer that individual if they accept it. That's a one-time fee, and if the individual happens to leave prior to 90 days in position, we do get a rebate, a prorated rebate of what we have paid from that one-time fee. The one change to the agreement that we have discussed after having the city attorney review it is that the jurisdiction on the agreement right now states Florida. That would be completely removed.
Daniel?
Yeah, we got the agreement and suggested that Florida change to Texas, but changing the jurisdiction also changes the meaning, basically, of all of the words in the contract. And so their meet in the middle was to just take it out completely, and we're fine with that.
Do you have any questions for me?
Any questions? Since there's no public testimony, what is the pleasure of the council regarding this item? 8A.
If you move to approve, it should be with the deletion of the jurisdiction section.
Okay. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve with the deletion of the jurisdiction section.
Please vote. Item 8A passes unanimously. Item 8B, consideration action on a resolution authorizing a unit price services contract with 120 Water for consultation management services related to the City of Greenville's lead and copper rural improvement plan. John?
Good evening, Council and Mayor. This item is to discuss entering into a 3-year agreement with 120 Water. They're a consultation firm that specializes in the nationwide lead and copper rural improvement plan. Last year, we teamed up with them and we were able to investigate 94% of all our customers' private and public side service lines, leaving us with a little over 1,000 to do this year, which we already done, and also there's 16 services that we have to replace that we found to be galvanized, which will also be completed in the upcoming months. We would like to enter into this contract with them to help keep us up to date in compliance with the EPA and TCEQ for all the submittals that go to them, and also the mail-outs that go to our customers, notifying them of what our findings are than any other plans that they're going to require into the future.
Daniel, you had a comment on this item also.
Yeah, we reviewed this contract and made quite a few smaller changes, and they've approved those changes. And so if you move to approve this, it would be subject to the final amendments being added into the contract. But you could say, I move to approve subject to contract amendments. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any questions? Or is there a motion?
Approve. Second.
Please vote. Should that motion include subject to the amendments?
That's what you meant, right?
Okay.
Did I not say that?
No, you didn't.
I said it in my mind.
Oh, okay.
Please vote. And it passes unanimously. Item 8C, consideration and action on a resolution authorizing change order number 17 with AP Gulf States in the amount of $34,900. Brett?
Yes, Mayor, Council, good evening. So this will be $34,932.78, with the bulk of that being NEMA boxes, which are basically to keep the electronics and LP cooled inside boxes in the ground, and then adding Rex doors, request to exit items on all the doors for the Sports Park Center. and then adding a gas line to one of the 6 heating units that was not included in the drawings, so.
And with this, we're still under budget.
Yes, sir.
You know how much?
Roughly 890,000.
Good job. Any questions from the council? Not, is there a motion?
Second.
Please vote. And that item passes unanimously. Item 8D, consideration action on a resolution authorizing entertainment and related service agreements for the annual 2026 Bottle Rocket Bash celebration.
Yes, Mayor, Council, so this will be approving the agreements with, for three different aspects. So it'll be the firework vendor, Pyrotechs. We've used them in the past. They came in on budget, which we had 40,000 budgeted. They came in right on budget. And then it'll be a new one, droneshow.com, which is really their business name, not only their website. But and so they came in at 50,000, so they're 10,000 more than we budgeted. And then we've talked to L3. L3's agreed to sponsor, give us our annual sponsorship of 15,000 to kind of offset some of that cost. And then the third one and final one will be Jukebox Heroes, DFW's premier cover band, from what I hear. So, yeah, and they came in at 8,500. So they're a little bit more than budgeted, but we feel like with sponsorships we'll bring in, we'll cover that. So,
Thank you for your good work on that. Any questions? Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve. Second.
Please vote. And it passes unanimously. Consideration, item 8E, consideration action on a resolution approving a standard and structure agreement for the rec center class instructors.
yes, Mayor, Council. So with the rec centers, we're going to be having a lot of programs being offered, classes. And so with that, we've got a standard agreement that we're asking you to approve, so that, and then allow Summer to sign those, because we expect anywhere from 60 to 100 of these per year annually. And then you just never know how long they're going to last, and then getting in and out of it. So pretty standard in terms of financial. What we've kind of put in there is not to exceed, to have some room for negotiating, whether it's pay per class or a split revenue share, not to exceed 80-20. So our goal would be 70-30, ideal. So, correct. Yes, sir.
Now, is the rate on that based on the instructor or the class, or is that a negotiated, like, what are we charging the citizens for these classes?
Well, I mean, obviously it depends on the class, right? Like they'll vary depending on what equipment's in, and then what the instructor certifications have to be. They do have to be insured, have to have insurance. So there's an expense there. So we want to negotiate a class cost that is affordable for our community. So we base that off of that.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Is there a rate for members versus non-members, or is that taken into consideration when charging for these classes?
It will have some classes that are free for members, right? So, and then there'll be other classes, paid classes, that everybody will pay to go into that class. So,
But, I mean, will they all be paying the same, or will members get a cut discount on taking classes?
Well, the classes would be paid at the same, because the members, your residents are getting a discount for the membership itself. So, but some of these classes we bring in will be just the same across the board, so.
Is there room for changes in that later on?
Sure, yes, sir. Yeah, I think once we kind of go through the first year or two and just kind of see what the flow of the facility is going to be, how the citizens are using it, what classes are going to be successful, that'll help us kind of narrow down how this works. Yes, sir.
Any other questions? If not, is there a motion regarding this item?
I'll move that we approve.
And that item passes unanimously, item 8F. Thank you, Brett. Consideration action on a resolution authorizing Bartlett West, Inc. to perform certain professional services regarding building a wastewater system master plan. Summer?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Sorry, I'm pulling up my information just so I get it right. So if you guys remember when I gave the presentation a couple of meetings ago with the wastewater bond for offering for 2026, included in that was a wastewater master plan. So we've done a water master plan, so we kind of know the ideas of what we need to upgrade, you know, as far as pipe size and things like that. So on the other side of that, we need to do that same for our wastewater. Obviously, if we update our water, then we need to know what we're treating, what we're sending to our plant, those kind of things. And so we reached out to Bartlett and West, who also did our water master plan, to come up with a process or a plan for our wastewater. I know, Ben, you asked the question about, you know, the things that I had on that list. We've looked at those. Those are already, for sewer, they're already I think, as large as they're going to be. So and the locations that they're at on Pine Street, there's no growth that's going to happen around there. So we really just need to replace what we had there. So those items, you know, we know those are where they're supposed to be already. What this will tell us, where anything new is, you know, this will help us with the downtown area, what's undersized, what we need to replace, those kind of things. And then if you'll see there on step 4, it'll also give us a recommendation. This is just kind of an example. This is not exactly word for word, but it'll give us a recommendation for a capital improvement plan. So this will help us kind of guide us. Obviously, that's going to ebb and flow and change, but this will at least give us a plan on where to start and where we need to go going forward in our sewer. You know, obviously, you guys have been gracious enough to, you know, approve that amount of money, so we want to make sure we're spending it the proper way going forward. So, so this is for Bartlett and West. It's at there's several different tasks, if you'll see in the packet, you know, 11 tasks that they'll perform for us at a cost of $935,963. We want to go ahead and get this contract in place. Lee is here if you have any specific questions about what they will do or how that will move forward. It's going to take probably 12 to 14 months to perform that. They'll have to do some field work and things like that, so it's going to take some time. So obviously, if we go and enter into this contract, we're not going to make any payments, you know, tomorrow, you know, that type of deal. So it's going to time up perfectly with the bond offering when we'll come to you in the month of April for the bond offering. So it'll time up. So we want to go ahead and kind of get this paperwork out of the way, get the contract signed, and move forward. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
I think, if I'm remembering our previous conversation about this, I think one of my questions was about the depth of the sewer lines in some of the older parts of town, and the amount of fall that there is. Presumably this study would look into that, because we do have some places where I think there's not enough sewer fall.
I would say Lee can answer that.
Yeah, Lee Hollandchuck, Bartlett and West. Happy to be here. It will look at that. We're not going to go out and do full surveys of every manhole to get elevations. I mean, because that's just astronomical. That's not really best use of your money to do that. But we'll be able to see how much flow is going into those areas and how much is coming out. One good thing about this study is we'll also be putting in flow meters in strategic locations of the city. And that will tell us where you have inflow and infiltration, I&I. And so once we can figure out if you have a massive amount of flow coming into one area, we know you either have a pipe break or there's a storm sewer line that could be tied into your sanitary sewer. So we can fix those, and then downstream you won't have as much flow going through the system. So that's one big thing about this study too. But yes, we'll be looking at that, see how much flow is coming through those areas.
Any other questions for Lee or Summer? Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay, is there a motion regarding this item?
Make a motion to approve. Second.
And That item passes unanimously. Item 8G, consideration and action on a resolution approving the purchase of negotiator throw phones from Rescue Phone, Inc. Chris, you're already here.
Good afternoon, Mayor, members of the council. Appreciate the opportunity to speak before you. This is a current fiscal year capital budget item that we submitted and that was approved. It's to replace our hostage negotiator phones with modern technology. The phones we have now, the technology is so old that it was old when Spencer was there. That means it's old. So this will be an upgrade that allows us to be more versatile with what we can do when we have somebody in a hostage situation or we're trying to negotiate somebody out of a house. So we're just asking for a resolution to authorize us to purchase this phone.
Any questions?
It was in the budget. It is a capital request item that was approved.
Can you, in 25 words or less, describe for me
How this is used?
No. Well,
Okay.
that too, if you want to. That'd be helpful to me.
All right.
But what's the difference in this phone and the phone I have in my pocket or phone?
Okay. So this is used in a situation where somebody's in a house and we need to make communication with them.
Right.
We may not know their phone number or they may not have their phone with them. So what we do is we tactically approach the residence or whatever structure they're in, create an opening in that structure, throw the phone in, and then back off. And then that phone will allow us to have communication with the person inside if they answer the phone.
What do you do today?
We have one, but it's really, really old and it's glitchy at best. So, when you're communicating a situation, trying to de-escalate, you really want to make sure that your communication lines are really good.
So is this an Apple phone?
It's a hard case phone and it's wired.
Oh, okay.
And so what is, we throw it inside and it's there. It has built-in cameras so we can see the surrounding areas and who we're talking to. And they can pick up the phone and talk to us. And
It's hardwired.
it's hardwired.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's-
Yeah, it's hardwired in. That way it's
You knew all
unbreakable connection.
Yes. Actually, this rescue phone purchase does have a wireless option so that they could plug in, make calls through to a wireless.
Yeah.
The old system that they currently have doesn't have that option.
Right. The in control box is Bluetooth compatible so that I could be in the command post and I can Bluetooth in and listen to the conversation as well as other people. Versus now, it's just whoever's on the other end, they're only one hearing what's going on.
Thank you for enlightening me.
Absolutely.
Okay, is there a motion, any other questions for Chris? For the chief? Okay, is there a motion regarding this item 8G?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Please vote. Thank you, chief.
Thank you.
And that motion passes unanimously, and I'll just make it easy for you tonight, Carla. Since there's one item on the consent calendar. Item 9A, city council meeting minutes. Is there a motion regarding those?
Move that we approve.
Please vote. Okay, there are no city staff, city council reports tonight. City council discussion of proposed agenda items. Are there any items that you would like to bring forward, any council member would like to bring forward to the city council for city council discussion in the future?
I do, Mayor. I'm not exactly sure what form this should take, but I don't know if you guys notice, if you go down Wesley, the south end of Wesley, at nighttime, the new Seven Brew location has blue lights, blue neon lights around the roof. And I don't know about you guys, but I find it uncomfortable to drive with that kind of light shining. I wonder, nothing we can do about that building now, I think, but I wonder if we shouldn't disallow those kind of lights on major thoroughfares. I don't know if that needs to go to a subcommittee or if we just propose an ordinance or what, but
Where's it?
Seven Brew on Wesley Street, next to Schlotsky's.
Bright
The bright
LEDs.
yellow, the bright blue LEDs, they're like painful to look at.
Very bright.
Yeah.
We just amended the ordinance. Is that what we should do?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look back at, I know that we have, ordinances related to lights, but, they haven't been touched in 15 years. So I just need to look back through the code of ordinances and see what they say.
Okay, so maybe just a discussion of lighting more generally. I don't know.
Okay.
I know there's also another growing concern over LED lights that are used on exterior buildings and the quality. The lower quality lights have a frequency that can trigger a lot of health issues for people, so we can look into that as well.
Like seizures?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can, have an executive session about exterior lighting.
Okay,
Next session.
you bring it to us next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, any other items for proposed discussion by the council? If there are none, there are no boards and commission minutes. We've completed our executive session tonight, so this regular session is adjourned. Thank you for coming tonight. We appreciate you.